Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Curtis coming at you with another video for you guys today. And today we'll be doing another race reaction. Sorry I didn't upload a video last week. I was busy, and it would have been to the Kentucky race that was last week. Well, this week they were at New Hampshire Motor Speedway, so obviously that's where NASCAR fans would most likely go around here. So it was definitely a hot day for that race. So yeah, hopefully they had ways to stay cool. Anyway, let's get into the race itself. So, summary of the race. Kyle Busch won stage 1, Eric Almirola won stage 2, and Kevin Harvick, he finally won the race. So he won the race. But yeah, he finally got his first win, which locks into the playoffs along with the other drivers that have already locked themselves in. And we'll talk a little bit about the playoff situation because there's some storylines coming out of this race regarding the playoff bubble. So overall, I thought the racing was actually pretty good. I mean, it was good. I mean, obviously, it's hard to pass at New Hampshire. I mean, a lot of NASCAR fans know that, but there was some interesting things that happened that made the race entertaining. Kyle Busch had issues. Chase Elliott had a problem. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. had an issue. Kyle Larson, Jimmy Johnson, Austin Dillon. Yeah, playoff drivers. Some of the playoff drivers did not have the race they wanted. Clint Boyer, Daniel Suarez, and actually, I will say honestly that Hampshire Motor Sports did not race well. I'd say Penske Racing probably had the best I'd say Penske and Joe Gibbs. It was pretty much them that had the really good finish. I think those were the only two teams that even had solid days because, well, other teams had issues. I mean, Stewart-Haas Racing finally got their first win with Kevin Harvick winning, but like, oh boy, yeah. But yes, I think some of the other major teams like Chip Ganassi, Hampshire Motorsports, Stewart-Haas Racing, they probably did not have the days they wanted. I mean, Harvick probably made Stewart-Haas Racing day better because obviously he won the race. But yeah, drivers had problems. Luckily for certain drivers, it did not cost them. Like Chase Elliott and Alex Bowman, they're locked in, so obviously it does not. And actually, Hendrick was having a rough weekend. Bowman actually had to switch to Johnson's backup car, and William Byron had issues. Like, it was nuts. Actually, they honestly didn't qualify that well either. So, I mean, yeah, Chase Elliott won the first practice, but yeah, unfortunately, Chase Elliott Hampshire Motor Sports definitely did not have the best day. But Kurt Busch, congrats to him. He finished in the top 10 again. But let's talk about the finish here. And boy, was it something. Harvick and Hamlin going at it. And yeah, what a great final few laps. Hamlin just ran Harvick down. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough, and Harvick was able to win the race. So let's talk about the little playoff bubble situation. Well, Eric Jones had a really solid day, so that put him even more above the cut line. Ryan Newman, now, he is now above the cut line because he ended up having a solid finish. Jimmy Johnson, unfortunately, with the situation he is no longer. I mean, he is below the cut line, but obviously there's plenty of racing left. But I think Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and yeah, I think Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and one other driver that's in trouble. They're like in a must-win situation now. So, I think Kyle Larson was affected by the playoff situation, but I'm not certain about that. I know Larson has not won a race yet. Well, I mean, he won the All-Star race, but obviously that doesn't count for playoff contention, so... But, yeah. So, yeah. So, overall, it was pretty good racing. I thought so. Yeah, it was good racing. Definitely similar story. I mean, definitely similar to the racing we saw at Kentucky last week. And I heard that they had the 750 horsepower, which produced some really good racing at Bristol. So, I think that's what. Yeah, I think. Yeah, this probably would have been better for like Dover and Phoenix, because obviously those tracks were hurt by the normal air package. So yeah, but overall there was some good racing. I would have to give this race a 68 out of 100. There was some good racing, obviously a really good finish, and obviously some drivers had problems, which made the race a little more entertaining, which made things interesting for the playoff situation. Playoff situation. So yeah, well that's gonna wrap up this video. That's gonna wrap up this video for you guys today. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time.